Hello, Amanda. Hi, Penny. So, I'm slightly late by just a couple seconds because I was trying to see if I could get better. We're very, very glitchy tonight so far. The gremlins are alive and well and playing havoc with our life today. Wow, look at everyone joining. Yay. Oh, look, there we go. That's so much better. Hi, Cindy. Hi, Stella. Hi, Kate. How's everyone doing this evening? I'm so happy you're here. I hope you're all having a wonderful evening. Hello, Karen. Hello, Shirley. Hello, Pamela. You guys are awesome. Hello, hello. Okay, so much fun tonight. Who's ready for back to school? Show of hands. Stella said she was plagued by tech gremlins today too. I'm telling you, they're real. The gremlins, YouTube live stream gremlins are real. Hi, Kathy. Nice to see you today. Okay. So we're going to do back to school tonight. We have a bundle. We're going to make a beautiful card that is perfect for teachers. We're also going to use a brand new stamp set. There's a little sneak peek at tonight's card. We are going to talk about the stamp set, which is brand new. It's called Teacher's Apple. It is part of the bundle. Part of our bundle tonight, we also have embossing powder and embossing ink, Rainbow Revival paper pad, and Perfect Blend alcohol marker cardstock. We're actually going to use it to stamp with. I'm also going to be using a little bit of phone book cardstock and a card paste, and we're going to use a rainbow of Simon Hurley's Stellar Inks. Hello, hello, everybody. Let's see who's here. Hello, Brandon. Hello, Kathy. Hello, Linda. Hello, Tanya. Hello, Natalie. Hey, hey, friend. Hello, Stella. This is the place. Stella said she needs back to school projects. I've got them for you. Hello from Chicago. Hi, Teresa. Hi, Melissa. So happy to see you all tonight. Okay. So we've gone through the ingredients of tonight's bundle. Let's talk about our free gift. So the bundle tonight is $48.95. And if you purchase the bundled product, you get this free gift, which is so cute. So it's a little wooden pencil case. And when you open it up, inside, there is a little wooden pencil sharpener and all of these beautiful colored pencils. How cool is this? So let me show you what the colored pencils look like. So this is your free gift. The bundle is $48.95. The pencil case retails for $6.99, but you get it for free if you buy the bundle. This is a perfect back-to-school gift for a teacher, for a student. I think it would be really fun to get the bundle and the free gift. Then you could make the card we're going to make tonight, and you could gift the card with this little pencil box to a teacher, or you could change up the sentiment and give it to a student too. I just want to show you all the different colors. These pencils are nice. They write pretty smoothly. I'm pushing down pretty hard and they're not breaking or crumbling. So that is fabulous. And here you go. So there are all of the different colors in the free gift for tonight. So this is all the different colored pencils swatched out so you can see them all. Tons of colors. Super cute. Okay. We have you all set for all your back to school gifting teacher needs. Okay. We're going to start. Let's pull out the papers. We're going to use, I love colored pencils too, Stella. Yeah. Hi, Ellen. Hello, Lana. If you haven't gone back yet, it's so cute, right, Kathy? Jessica made it. Hi, Jessica. Hi, Susan. I'm so glad to be back too. Miss Shalana did an amazing job last week. Like, she did so good. I could not have been. I was like the proud little mama watching and just cheering her on. She did so good. So this is Rainbow Revival. If you've never seen the Rainbow Revival paper collection, it's not a new collection. It's older. It's just a really kind of versatile design, the same design all throughout, just tons of colors. So it will mix and match with just about any project you can think of. And the colors are true colors. So there's like the bright red, but then there's like the salmony pink. And it's lovely. Lots and lots of lovely colors. Hello, Jamie. So nice to see you. And then I'm going to use a little bit of phone book cardstock, which is not included in the bundle, but we're going to use it just for a little mat. And we're going to do all of our stamping on the Perfect Blend cardstock, and we're going to play a little bit with this stamp set because it does some pretty cool stuff that I want to show you. So we'll cut down our paper. This is, it's story time. Ready? I'll cut down paper. While I cut down paper, we're gonna have story time. I'm gonna start with the red, and I'm gonna cut that at 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. So here's my back to school story for you. Hi Pam. Hi Margie. I am a homeschooling mama. So I have spent the last, ready? 18 years homeschooling both of my boys. I homeschooled them both from 3rd grade to graduation. So I started, and there's 6 years between them. So Morgan started 3rd grade to graduation. And then when Morgan was in 7th, 8th grade, I started Logan 3rd grade. So, and so for the last 18 years, I've been homeschooling 2 boys. And my youngest graduated in June, which means this is the first year where I'm not back to schooling. Isn't that crazy? That's crazy. Oh, it's so weird. It was such a huge part of my kids' childhood. It's what I did. I was a homeschooled child, so it's just wild. Okay. So I'm going to cut this phone book cardstock at 1/8 of an inch larger, 1/8 of an inch smaller. So the Rainbow Revival is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. This is going to be 4 1/4 minus 1/8. by 5.5 minus an eighth. Math is not my strong suit. FYI. So we have a red and white layer. See how versatile that Rainbow Revival is? Like, you're good. And then we have our cardstock layer. And then 4. And then 5.25. Now, I'm not perfect at mathing. I've said this 100 times. I say it every week practically. So I might have to trim this one down a little bit, slightly more, but I don't think so. I think I did it correctly. And then we have all of our layers. There we go. Now, do you need that yellow layer? Nope, you don't. Just FYI, if you just get the bundle and you just want to do your layer like this, it's perfect. It's gorgeous. No worries. I'm just a more girl. So I want that extra 1/8 of an inch of yellow because I'm the more girl. But you definitely don't need it. It will be beautiful with or without it. Okay. So we're going to set aside the Rainbow Revival. We're going to set aside the phone book. We are going to go ahead and do all of our stamping and all of our fun things on our Perfect Blend cardstock. So here I have a rainbow, literally a rainbow of Simon Hurley's Stellar inks. So I have Bee Sting, I have Guppy, I have Shooting Star, I have 4, I have Midnight Snack, and I have 100% juice. And then I see your comments. Let me catch up on them, and we'll come back to this. Oh, Amanda says I deserve an award. Well, I just kind of did it. Thank you, Shalana. Oh, Pam Ash, she said, just curious because I thought about doing the same. Do you do any other work for income while homeschooling? So I did do other work up until my children. So I think the first 8 years or so that I homeschooled the boys, I worked as in hospice care. So I was in home health care. I took care of hospice patients as part of a service for a company for a bunch of years. Then my mother-in-law was diagnosed with dementia, and my grandparents moved in with me. And I already had all of the training, so we kind of, so I cared for both of them, my mother-in-law with dementia and my grandparents, until they passed. And so, yes, I did all of that while I was homeschooling them. And all I can say about that is time management and stick to a schedule. Those are my biggest takeaways. And then by the time my oldest graduated, so the last 6 years when I did my youngest son, the only work I did was my YouTube channel and design teams and working for companies from my home. So that was how I did it. The best thing I can tell you is time management, because I look back now at what my schedule was like back then, and I am amazed that I didn't drop 100 balls. That's all I can say. Amazed. So we're going to do all of our stamping now. We're going to go in rainbow order with all of our beautiful stamps, all of our beautiful inks. And yeah. And I have my Misty. So I'm going to start with a book stack. And I want to do this in rainbow order, so I'm going in reverse rainbow order and starting with the purple. The books on the stamp set are individual. So you can stack these, you can line them up, you can put them in any order you want. You can do how you can create with them in whatever style or design that you want. Oh, thank you, Susan. Yeah, I enjoyed it and I did it up until I was about 35. It was my career for a very long time. And it was good. I learned a lot and I have no regrets about using my time and abilities and having that job for as long as I did. So thank you. Okay. We're definitely going to need our trusty squeaky clean and our very trusty microfiber cloth that, yes, my microfiber cloth is a mess. It's stained and well loved and well used and barely orange, but it works amazingly. So that is 100% juice. Next, we're going to do our midnight snack. So I'm just going to line this up as best as I can. So my best tip / trick is to push the next book down until you can see just the wee little bit of the color below it, and then push it up just a teensy bit. And that will make sure that your books are laying on top of each other and that there's no white. So it doesn't look like your books are floating. It looks like they're stacked on top of each other. That's what we want. I want to know why the navy blue is called midnight snack. Because when I think of a midnight snack, I think of food, right? And I can't think of any food that's navy blue that I would want to eat at night. So if I could ask Simon Hurley one thing, would be why is navy blue called midnight snack? Unless, I mean, maybe midnight because it's dark. That I sort of see, but I don't get the snack part. Okay. That's just my babbling on for today. Next color is green. And thanks to Christopher at Create Your Own Ending, I can no longer use this green without yelling 4. I can't. It's all his fault. Blame him. I mean, he had a point. Look, there's an exclamation point right at the end of it. So it has to be 4. Yes. So I'm going to show you the apple. Pam said she loves the glasses for the apple. So I'm going to show you the apple. We are going to use it just as an apple on our particular project today. Because if I'm being perfectly honest, and let's face it, I'm perfectly honest, nowhere more so than when I'm live with all of you, my dear friends. I think that inanimate objects with faces are kind of creepy. So my apple's not going to have a face, but I will show you how to make it have a face. If you are not creeped out by inanimate objects having faces, I don't know why, it just does. Next, yellow. And even though I do think they're cute, like we did bookmarks and pencil cases a couple weeks ago, and they're cute, but also they kind of are creepy to me. I don't know. So if I can do inanimate objects without faces, if I have that choice and option, then I definitely will do that. Okay. Now we have our little, nope, not that book. Let's see. Need a smaller one, I think. There we go. That's a little better. So again, I'm just pushing the stamp down until I can see the yellow, and then I'm going to push it up ever so slightly again so they're resting on top of each other and there isn't strange air and white space in between them. I love you. Ellen says Simon's a dude. So it's probably something crazy. Like he has a favorite navy blue sweatshirt he wears while snacking. I love that. You're probably right. That's great. I hope that's the case. I hope that that is why it is called Midnight Snack, because I can't think of a better reason. Okay. And then because we made this book stack 5 stacks high, our little apple stack is our red. So then we'll still have our little rainbow with our red apple at the top. Okay, so let me show you this apple. So the apple stamp set has an apple, the leaf stem, which means you can do these from 3 different colors and get like cool colored apple. So I'm going to show you. I'm going to do one on this scratch paper. We're going to put the face on this one, and we'll do the one on card without the face. You can see both. Stella, I do. So pumpkins. Do you carve pumpkins? Some say they're creepy too. Hold on this. There we go. Logan, I lost my connection. Can you help with that? Nope. Come on. All right. Are we good? Wait, I see. Okay. My internet, my computer, or my little stream thing is telling me that we lost our connection. So I'm just going to kind of give this a second. See if we can get it back. Says my internet's okay. All right. So Honey can hear me, but she says the picture is frozen or slow. So we're just going to give the gremlins a minute to get out of here. Bye-bye, gremlins. And then I'll go back to Stella's question. So Stella asked, what about pumpkins? Do you carve pumpkins? Ah, okay. Some say they're creepy too. I do not carve pumpkins. Yay, thank you. Bye-bye, gremlins. I do not carve pumpkins, and yes, I think they're creepy too. The idea of anything I'm going to eat, I don't know. I just... If I think about eating meat for too long, I want to be a vegetarian. So there's that too. So I don't think about it. So we're going to do our red. Now, because we're going to layer, I will suggest doing your red apple first because we're going to put the face on it. And we need the red apple to dry a little bit before we layer the black on top. I don't want it to bleed, and I'm afraid that it easily would bleed. So that's why I'm choosing to do the apple first. All right, great, perfect. Thank you, thank you. I'm so glad it's working again. It's okay, I have patience. The gremlins will come and then they will go. It's all good. So I did my red apple first. That's gonna give my dye ink some time to soak in. And then I'm gonna go ahead and use my little apple stem. Get that right into place. I'm gonna use the Weeping Willow ink for that. So cute. And then where did my little orange thing go? Oh, we'll do our leaf. So the leaf can go anywhere. But if you center, see how our stem is like long and kind of like it's jutting out there? I don't know if you can see that or not. See how the stem is like long, kind of jutting out there? Looks a little like oddish. There's a reason it's there. Like that. So what you want to do is take the leaf piece and line up the end of the stem line up one of the points of the leaf with the end of the stem. Here. Why? Oh, it's wet. That's why. There we go. Try that again. Line up the end of the leaf with the end of the stem. And then stamp your leaf. If I can, get my Misty to catch it. There we go. It's all about the water. If there's even just a little moisture on your stamp or on the door, then the Misty won't grab the stamp. There we go. I agree, Stella. 100%. I love pumpkins. So we lined up the leaf. Now when we stamp it, see how suddenly that extra long stem makes sense? Because now you have, fits perfectly right in there. Our apple has a leaf. So cute. Okay, and that gave us just enough time for, see how our red ink has dried. So now we can stamp over it with his face in the black. And we'll kind of just grab our detail ink. Can you hear the cicadas? Oh my gosh, they're so bad right now. They were supposed to come earlier, I thought, but I don't know if they didn't. I don't know, but we have them. They're here now. They're so loud outside. It is crazy. Crazy, crazy. Okay. So there is our little apple with his face. So that's one option for your apple. And then the second option is the faceless variety, which is the one we're going to do on our card. So this is pretty much like a one layer card, because other than those colored pieces that are coming in the back, those two layers, we're going to create everything on this one layer. So I'm going to put my apple on top of my books. Again, putting the apple down till I see the orange book and then just pushing it up ever so slightly so that it looks like the apple will be standing on top of the books and there's no white space in between. And then I don't care that it ghosted because I'm going to stamp it anyway. And actually, I'm going to stamp this twice. I'll tell you why. Because there's a little line on my apple, and I'm not a fan of that. And the nature of dye inks is that they will soak into the paper and they will kind of smooth out. So I know if I stamp it again, that will get rid of that line that's in there, and it's just because of the way I stamped it with the ink pad. Easy to fix. And then we're going to do the awesome apple again. Put that right in there with the extra large stem. And then we'll do. Thank you, Stella. Stella says cute. I agree. Little apple is adorable. Okay. And then so at some point in my creating, I have managed to lose my orange British Monroe cleaner towel. It grew legs and walked away. Fortunately, I keep lots of microfiber cloths in my room because of this, because I'm me and they grow legs and walk away. Anyway, I'll do the green. And I might be getting my fuzzy head in here, but I have to get this leaf lined up perfectly. There we go. And then we'll do a little and done. So at this point, you could stamp your sentiment here and you could do lots of things at the top. There's lots of things you could do. We are going to put more books across the top because I love books. And I think the book stamps are by far my favorite. So we're going to start again. We're going to do the books, but we're going to put them off the edge. So you can see here. And I'm going to create a little border of books across the entire top of the card. And I'm going to have the books go like not straight. They're going to go up and down and be fat and thin and do all kinds of fun things. But we're going to do the same thing in rainbow order just across the top. And then the last thing we're going to do is we're going to heat emboss our little sentiment here, in case you're wondering where we're going with this. And I think we're good on time. We're fabulous on time. I also think that when it comes to this particular stamp set, I think you could have a lot of fun with these books and you could stamp them in any color you wanted. You could do something that's like, we went primary and like back to school, but you could do like vintage colors, like neutrals, and make something that's more heritagey or vintagey looking. You could do all the same color book. You could heat emboss some of them so that you have some that are brown and some that are gold and some that are penny colored. Ooh. Lots and lots and lots of options. You can totally think out of the box. It doesn't have to be, you don't need to use this as a school card. Maybe you have like something apple themed, and you could do a whole bunch of apples and then make a little apple basket. So really cool. Lots of fun things. Use your imagination. Just kind of get that into place. Yep, my favorite penny. Right? How about a stack of books penny colored? I love that idea. Oh no, I went out of order. Also, if you go out of rainbow order, that is a-okay. Just take a deep breath and move on, because I just did. And we're just gonna take a deep breath. We're gonna move on. It's gonna be all right. Too busy talking, not enough paying attention to what I'm doing. I'm going to do this one twice because, again, there's that little line. I'm not a fan. There we go. Much better. G and C, we're just moving those books up and down. So they just kind of create this border across the top. Lots of stamping today. Oh, we don't, Penny, we don't have to use the magic of TV today because there is no dry time here. This card goes from beginning to end, straight through. I can do it all on camera. Nothing has to dry. I can't say that for other projects this month, but if you have not checked out the new release from Brutus Monroe, which is coffee, 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 and coffee, and back to school, and then coffee, and then back to school, and fall. Be sure to do that because it's called Pumpkin Spice. It is fabulous. I have absolutely loved. So I've made 1, 2, 3, 4 projects with the new release already. I got my box of goodies on Saturday. Friday? Maybe Friday. I feel like it was Friday. And it's amazing. It's so, so good. It's so good. There are 4 things in this world that, like, you've got me. Open door. Dogs, coffee, books, and crafty supplies. And when you start mixing those 4 things together, I am all in. So the new release is like fabulous. Last month was also fabulous because books. I am a book girl. Okay. Let's do this one right. Okay, so this one's up. We're going to put this one a little down. In between. And if these, like here, there's a little bit of white space. That's okay because these books are kind of like up and they could be on a shelf. Or they could just be, it's just like little book decor up here. It's not like they have to be leaning on top of each other. So we're all good. Yes. There is the link to the Pumpkin Spice collection. If you haven't seen it yet, it's amazing. If you want to see like all the papers and some of the paper pads and all that, I have a unboxing video up on my channel. I go through all the pattern papers, what's in there, everything. I don't have all of it, but I have enough that you'll get the idea. And if you want to grab tonight's bundle with the little pencil case that you get for free, you can find the link in the description box. That is an affiliate link. So if you use that link that's in the description box to make your purchase, that just lets Brutus Monroe know that I sent you and that you watched the live and all that fun stuff. And then I earn a little bit of a commission off of your order. So that I can keep doing what I do on the internet. Mm-hmm. Look, I did it in the right order. I was even talking and I didn't mix the yellow and orange up. Go me. Do you guys want to see a little sneak peek at 2 of my cards that I made with the pumpkin spice collection? Well, the one I did post on my Instagram, but the other one I haven't posted anywhere, and it's my favorite. So if you want to see a sneak peek, just let me know in the comments. I'll be happy to grab it. I can see it from where I am sitting. It's right there. Almost done, and then we can put our card all together. We'll be finished. Thank you all so much for being here tonight. I appreciate it immensely. Here comes that midnight snack. I don't know. Someone needs to ask Simon Hurley what's up with midnight snack. I mean, I'm not going to. I don't know him at all. I'd like to know. Okay, last one. And actually, I'm going to go with this thicker one because the thinner one's going to give me a white bit at the end, and I don't want that white bit at the end. I want it to go all the way across. Perfect. Petty's going to ask. She's going to come back and tell us. I will show you. I will show you. Yes, Tana. Yes, Tanya. Yes, Jenny. I will show you all the little sneak peek of the other card. Penny says inquiring minds want to know. I agree. I need to know. It's going to bug me. I feel like there's a story there. I hope it's a good story. That's all I'm saying. All right. Purple. 100% juice. There we go. Look at that. Now, I'm going to set this aside. I'm going to put all my stamps away, and I'm going to chit chat with you for a very specific reason, because I need all this ink to soak in and dry. And it doesn't take very long, but we're going to heat emboss next, and we can't have, otherwise the embossing powder is going to stick to the ink, and oh, it'll just be a mess. And yes, I'm going to hit it with my magic powder tool, but then the magic powder will stick to the ink. So again, try to give your card at this point a couple minutes to dry. That's perfect. I'll tell him to make something up if it's not a good story, because we will never know that's true. Oh. And then he has one, because I can't be the only person that wants to know the answer to that question. Okay. So included in our bundle tonight is my favorite embossing ink and Raven embossing powder. And look, you guys, look. Oh, pristine, brand new embossing pad. So we're not using the one that's been chewed on that we use just for mixed media. I have a brand new one. Look at that. Isn't that fabulous? That just makes my heart happy. I'm an easy girl. Want to make me happy? Give me a brand new embossing pad. Okay, so I'm just gonna run my hand over here, get this kind of good and seasoned before I use it. And then we do need, let's just use this. I'm not picky. I could go searching for something else, but this will do the job nicely. So we have our magic powder tool. I'm going to put it right here. I'm going to try to keep it to the area I want to heat emboss. But also, I don't want the embossing powder to stick to my apple. So never mind. That was not a good idea. Okay. So sentiment placement. Just a little to the right of the apple. You could also put it up here, so it's kind of floating a little bit. That's what I'm going to do, because there's all this open space. So let's do that for tonight's project. Is that good? So I went ahead and stamped this twice just to make sure that I got the entire sentiment. And we'll just go ahead. Again, black embossing powder, so if you can keep it away from the stamping as much as possible, that's good. Just to be safe, just to be safe. A little bit of that. Okay. And then if you need to, you can always get a fan brush, because there is just a little bit on there Okay. And then we're ready for the heat. And there we go. Embossing powder. And then I'm going to go ahead and take, this is a stencil cloth used for cleaning stencils, but added bonus, it takes off powder from the magic powder tool fabulously and very gently. So it is a multitasker. And then we can just put all of these pieces together. So I like to line my cards up with the fold because I feel like it's really hard to get everything when you're measuring stuff. It's always really hard to get everything exactly the right size so it all fits on top of each other and layers really nicely. But if you line it up with your fold, then the other three sides are super easy to trim. So if it needs a little haircut, you are A-okay. So we're just going to line this up, and remember, we're only doing a little bit. It's just a little colorful border around the edge. And I left room, so if you want your little apple to have a face, your little apple has space to have a face. And there we go. That is our card project tonight. Remember to grab your bundle if you are interested in one so you don't miss out on your cute little pencil case gift. And there's the, I did swatch all of the little pencils or the little colored pencils in there, and they do write really nicely. They're not soft or break or anything. So, all right, everyone, have a wonderful evening. I am so glad to be back on Monday night. I'm done traveling. Hopefully, at least for the month of August, I will be here every Monday in August. And we're going to make a scrapbook page later on this month. And I promised you a sneak peek. Just a second. So here is a sneak peek of a little coffee card. I forgot to show this to you, so I want to show it to you. There it is. How cute. Oh, I love it. Love, love, love. This one will be coming to my social medias, and I did a little reel showing how I made it, and that will all be coming later on this week. Okay? Thank you so much, everybody. Oh, you're very welcome. Good night, Karen. Good night, everyone. Thank you, Stella. Hope to see you again. Good night. Thank you, my friend. I'm so excited that you came, Natalie. All right, everyone. Talk to you later. Bye.